everybody. Billy's over here. Billy's screenshotting this morning. It's a screenshot morning. Billy Cauthen. Hey, you know what we need to do this morning live on the show, Billy? We need to register your own .com. You ever wanted like BillyCauthen.com? .com, Billy Cauthen?
No, not
you want
really.
You want me to turn it up some?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Are you good or what?
I love to be turned up.
Turn it up some.
Yeah.
Toby.
Turn me up, turn me on, turn me loose.
Poor old Toby.
Toby.
Hey, here we go. Watch this. You ready for this, Billy? Look, here we go.
Watching. What are we watching?
Bam. Look at that. We're live. We're there. There we are. We're here.
From beautiful downtown Huntsville.
I was walking around church with this yesterday.
Is that your tall boy?
Well, yeah, I told Molly, I said I got me a Bush tall boy. I asked her if she had a brown paper sack.
Well, I'm surprised she didn't run you out of there.
What you got going on over here, man?
I'm just snooping.
You're just fiddling?
Snooping.
You fiddler?
Scooping and snooping.
You old fiddler. Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man?
Good to be seen.
Hey, is this the shoulder right here?
That's the shoulder.
Okay, because I was about to say, hey, how you doing? So look right here. How you doing, man?
Yeah, get me on that one. November 5th, 8 a.m., I will be having a rotator cuff surgery.
Oh, man. Oh, it's coming up then?
Because I'm a dummy. Yeah. God. I got hurt on the 24th. Didn't get seen by the specialist till the 13th, and the surgery is pushed out to the 5th.
Yikes.
Yeah, talking about the speed of modern medicine.
Have you ever had surgery before?
When I was a kid, I had my tonsils taken out.
So they put you to sleep for that one, right? They did look, and that's it.
Yeah, I got a little funny story on that. They wouldn't let me leave the hospital until I ate something, and my grandmother, my dad's mother, just so happened to be in the hospital as well. So I finally ate something, and they discharged me, and we went by her room to visit her before we left the hospital. And I climbed up in bed right beside her, and I'm like, Granny, if you'll eat something, they'll let you go home. So, yeah, there you go.
It didn't happen. They didn't let you go home, though, did they?
No, they let me go home. They didn't let her go home. Oh, she got to stay there a little while longer.
Well, hey, we're here. Welcome in, everybody, as we get rolling. 8 a.m., the doors are open at Cafe TEXAN, and we want to welcome everybody into another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. We're here from Cafe TEXAN this morning for a very important cause. Starting today at 9 a.m., we're going to go all the way till 2 p.m. today. We are here again. It's the second time to do this now, the Jail and Bail. Jail and Bail. And
didn't we just do that?
It was a year ago already. Can you believe that? A year ago. And that's why we're here.
Time flies when you're getting older.
Yes, sir. Hey, I like the mustache, by the way, man.
Like that?
Yeah. Is that kind of a new thing going on?
Well, I had the goatee thing or whatever, but
look, see, there it is. Look, you like that? Look, how do you do two camera angles in one view?
AI, blame it all on AI.
No, I figured out. You can. You got to improvise when you're on the road, and I didn't want to bring this whole setup. I mean, look how long it took me, and things were already here, but it still took a while to get the rest of this setup, to get the rest of it this morning. But I just said, you know what? You can do a little Zoom feature, and so now, bloop.
Yeah, when I pulled up at 6:55, there was nobody inside, but the camera was already set up. I'm like, oh, look here, we finna get it rolling.
Yeah, and then Billy's gonna give up on me soon, man. We'll get back in track. The only. Well, I don't want to say anything. Somebody will start barking at me, so we'll just leave it at that. It's good to see you, though, man. Welcome in. We want to welcome everybody in, too, that may be on the app. Look at this, Billy. Watch this. Look right there.
Hey, look at that.
If you're on the app, and if you haven't downloaded the app yet, you are missing out because you can tap live now, and then, boom, there you are, and there's the show live from Cafe TEXAN right there on the app.
Is that where we're going to have the best Uncle Billy clips?
Yes, sir. Okay. We need to get, we could add a section on that. Get over here.
I know we worked on it,
Well, the AI kind of.
It took over.
Well, it wasn't favorable. Really.
Did we scratch what we did on all that?
I didn't like it. It didn't. I'd much rather get you. Here's what I want to do. I want to get you in a white wig. Can we do that?
A little round Benjamin Franklin glass.
Yes.
Come over here.
Can we do? Would you do that for us? You would.
Of course not.
Yes, you would. I know you would, man. You're a fun dude, man. We are here.
We just need to set a camera up in my office, and y'all can interview me, and I can tell stories.
Well, what did we?
The Huntsville I grew up in.
Yeah, that's what we said. The Huntsville I grew up in. Well, hey, we want to welcome you in again as we are live this morning. A special thank you to Tiffany Gobble, Vince Howard here at Cafe TEXAN. Always a lot of fun. We were just here a few weeks ago doing our 600th episode, And this morning, it is not the 600 episode.
Everyone will remember the balloon drop and the confetti that I didn't get.
Billy's real upset about it. Our friendship kind of severed there for a couple of weeks.
I'm 45 years old. You think I would have experienced some things in my life at this point?
I want to, I'm gonna have to put down a cleaning deposit, but I'm gonna come over there and we're gonna hold it at the community room. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something real quick about the community room. If you go over there, that place is beautiful, but if you use it, clean up after yourself. Mm-hmm. Keep it clean. Whenever we've had events over there, and I love the facility, but you clean that. You know what my dad always taught me? Leave things better than you found it. And I'm not saying anybody has. Maybe you've seen it left dirty.
I have. I've seen it left by some people that I would have never expected would have treated it that way.
Yeah. So just pick up after yourself. I ask you. I was back. Y'all got the vacuum back to the whole nine, man. Mm-hmm. And whenever
I'm the manager, not the janitor. You know what I'm saying?
You're there to you're there to not to inform but to transform.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. That was our slogan.
We're not strong enough and known to make it on our own. We need a word of encouragement.
No, but just, leave things better than you found them. That's my encouragement this morning. When I was doing, broadcasting and still doing it for New Waverly, but the deal is is that from you?
I don't think so.
I'm kind of concerned about that. May have been a seasoned one back there.
Hey, that's the best way.
But no, my whole thing is, man, when we were doing broadcasting, for some of these schools, and I still do it for New Waverly, I always tell our guys when we had a big crew, I'd say, help me clean this up. Let's leave this thing better than we found it. And I used to leave a little business card, my little SHN business card, and I would always write on the back of it, thank you for your hospitality. And I would leave that on the press box just to thank people, because that's a privilege being able to do that stuff. And, if you're driving around and you see something around your vehicle, just stoop over and pick it up.
Yeah, we do that like when we have a service at somebody's church. Before we leave that church, I might leave a person or two behind, but we go through and we clean every place that we were. If we sanctuary, foyer, stuff like that, I mean, we're going to wad it up. I don't know why people, two things. They take their tissues and blow snot or whatever all in it, and then they either wad it up and just stick it between the seat cushions or put it back in the tissue box. Why? Why would you do that? Why do you think the tissue box is the best place to put your dirty Kleenex?
I have no idea.
But they do it.
Oh, we had our event. I want to say a real big thank you, first and foremost. We had a lot of folks turn out last night to our fundraiser night, our Vision fundraiser for Spirit Radio. And unofficial results are in. We raised $24,000 at that event. And we are so thankful. This has been a project. And that's just the goodness of the Lord, to be honest. I mean, we've been praying for this. And we literally, Billy, all day yesterday and the day before had spent time in prayer. I don't want to say all day, but we probably prayed 20 times as a staff with other folks. And we had prayed throughout the last 2 days for that to be a successful event. And that's not the final number, because many people, people who want to give, some of them don't want to do it online, and so they took the card, or maybe they didn't have their but a lot of people took our fundraiser sheets with them. And then there was a lot of people who came that said, we can't give, but we want to support. And that's important too. And I want to remind people, because, you and I always joke around. That's one reason I didn't call up Sam Hughes Memorial Funeral Home and say, hey, y'all come to this. Come. I asked you to come because you're on the board, and I said, I don't want you to donate anything. You're on the board. Just come. And I know you have things going on and couldn't be there, but I'm so grateful for that. I don't like asking people for donations. I just don't. I'm not a fan of it. But when it comes to something that you're passionate about, that's when I have no problem doing it. Like here on Hello, I want to promote business and advertise business, but I don't want to go knock on every door in town and say, hey, you want to advertise with us? I just don't.
It's not jump rope for heart, right?
Yeah, no. Hey, you remember that program? Did you do pretty good on it?
Not in my little neighborhood. I remember had a little Tupperware container, and I just got a bunch of change.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, man, every penny helps.
That's good. But no, we did, and our kind of get going cost is around $120,000. It's a big ask. But the good news is we procured enough funds. Is that the right word, procured? Is that a good word? We procured enough funds last night to get the ball really rolling. And I feel confident. It's going to be up to the tower company. We have a tower company coming in from outside of the area that's going to build the tower. Someone had asked last night, why don't you just lease space on a tower? I said, well, then you're forever in debt to somebody. You're always having to pay.
Yeah, and it's hard to find a tower with a light on it around here.
Yeah, that's true. Those extension permits expire after some time, and so I just thought about it, and we found it, and we can only go up 80 feet. Now, there was one over here at the university by Bauer Stadium. That's the old AT&T tower.
Okay.
They used to use those as trunk. I never knew this, Billy. When you called long distance, that wasn't shot through copper back in the day. It was through these wireless RF trunks. And you know them to me, they look scary. Them huge antennas with those real big, like, horns on them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those were the backhaul antennas that AT&T built. And when you called long distance, those would go microwave to other locations, and that's how your long distance worked. I always thought it ran through
me too,
copper wire.
Yeah.
But that wasn't it. And so there's a lot of those now with the advent of the internet and fiber and everything. They've went there.
That does explain a lot.
They're not in, because you always see them. They're ran down, right? They're always, the paint's never clean on them. They're ugly. They haven't used them in years, and AT&T has been phasing all of those out. So, anyways, hey, I wanted to give a quick shout out to this morning. We are getting people watching on YouTube that normally don't watch on YouTube. And you know why?
Because we're on YouTube?
Because, well, we're on the app.
Oh.
And so Jamie Saucier joining us this morning, saying good morning from the app. He's downloaded the Hello Huntsville app. He's watching this morning from the app.
The app is where it's at.
I like it. Autumn Wheaton joining us. She's watching from the app this morning. And so thank all of you that have taken time to download the new Hello Huntsville app. It's really cool. We have put a reward system in place. And Billy, you know enough about it now. Do you want to explain it? Do you understand kind of what it is, right?
Yeah.
Do you mind explaining it? I talk too much. I'd like you to explain it.
Well, I'm handling some business right now.
Oh, okay. We'll wait here. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I want to.
This is my life.
Billy's always on the move, man. But that's the service you're going to get whenever you're taking care of families. I'll explain part of it, but I want you to tap in on a certain somebody we know that benefited from it. All right. So the app now is really neat because you have an opportunity to scan and look at local places that have rewards going on or things that are going on, and we reward people for doing those things here on Hello Huntsville. And so we did one. I mean, a big need we always talk about is what?
Pre-planning.
Pre-planning. So we've created a system now that can benefit virtually any business, but even like Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
You know, I'm very highly distracted right now.
Yeah, we're going to have some really cool signage coming up here in a minute, so
yeah.
It's going to be nice. We're excited though to be here today, and the balloons are coming. This is all about at 9 a.m. We're going to get hopping with Safe House. The ground is going to be running here in just a few moments. But no, that reward system, I want to go back to that. It's really neat because it gives an opportunity for folks to come in now and maybe do that pre-planning and get a little reward for it. And so if you go in and do that pre-planning, you get 20 prize entries for our monthly giveaways. And a certain friend of ours, he's utilized that so far, right?
Yeah, we have had somebody scan it.
I got an email come in, and it clicked on, and it said, what was it? Hold on, you're going to laugh at this. Do you know his username?
From what you showed me, I can only assume which one is him.
Yeah, hold on. It shows. See, you can go to this leaderboard here.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 now.
Yeah. Well, see, I was figuring that was him.
We'll just give you a hint.
Yeah.
So.
Well, then somebody right below him was born the same year.
Yeah. So you can give away information about yourself by putting stuff in your username. So be careful. Well, hey, let's take a brief break. Download the app. Go and get your pre-planning done at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. And if you go, Billy's got that code hidden.
I do. It's hidden. It is a treasure hunt. And as soon as you do the pre-planning, I'll show you where the treasure's hidden.
It's locked up, so come on in. Well, hey, let's take a brief break. We got a lot more coming. Breakfast, I think, is on the way, and we'll hopefully be able to divulge in that here in a few moments. We are at Cafe TEXAN. They're open. Come on, hang out with us today here at Cafe TEXAN. We'd love to have you. And, again, starting at 9 a.m., we're going to start hearing from people in the community about ways that you can support Safe House this morning. But for now, though, Billy, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. And I don't know what we're going to do when we come back. We'll think of something.
Okay.
Let's go walk down the street. Maybe we can bring.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's just bring some people in. Hey, do like David Letterman. You remember back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
He would send that guy, that Asian guy out, and they would just go interview random people. That's what we need on the show.
Yeah.
So, Billy, we'll get you set up on that
Okay.
sometime sooner or later. We'll take a break. Stay with us. More to come as we continue on at your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville, here live this morning from Cafe Texan. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Imagine a voice of hope reaching every corner of Huntsville, from homes and hospitals to prison walls. That's the heart of Spirit Radio. We're a truly local 501c3 nonprofit, and we're raising $25,000 to build our tower and get on the air. With your help, we'll broadcast encouragement, truth, and the love of Christ across our community and across the world through the Spirit Radio FM app. Visit spiritradio.fm and give today. Let's bring light to Huntsville and beyond together.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hey friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships. Whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
Hey friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships. Whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
All right, back at it as we continue on live from the Cafe Texan with Billy. Watch this, man. It's just going to go right to you. You ready? Hey,
I can't see me because I'm staring at the camera.
Look out of the corner at the corner of your eye right there. Billy.
Be like that guy on Facebook. Just got to.
Have you we always joke around about the AI stuff, but there is something floating around right now.
I ain't joking around about it.
Is there any of it that you like? I just wanted to ask you this. Any of it whatsoever?
Yes, they are doing. Yeah, I look at a lot of Facebook, and there's AI, but they're making fun of like vehicle manufacturers, and it's toys, like toy Dodge pickups or toy Chevy Silverado pickups or whatever. They're talking about how realistic it is, and they point out all the flaws on those vehicles. Like the Dodge pickups are talking about, you can change your own transmission, comes with oil leaks, and and the kids are like, we swapped out the 4L80E transmission.
And it looks real, right? The spots.
Yeah.
We were talking yesterday. This is where it starts.
Because I've had most of those vehicles, and I know those problems, and it's
not cliche. It's actually real. This is what really happens. Well, we were talking yesterday. I was with Jason Bay at first. Pastor Bay does it with us on Thursdays, and he always has like a news you can use segment. He looks up different news, and he always calls it like, this is the second page of the news. The first page is all the really,
headlines.
His is the second. And he always says news you can enjoy with your family. But one of them yesterday, there is a talent agency now, and I thought of you when we were talking about it. And I told Jason yesterday, I said I'm going to address this with Billy. Rick's here, by the way, one of the dumplings. One of the dumplings is here this morning. So welcome in, dumpling. So Rick Boning here with the hat on. But no, we were talking, and there's a like a talent agency, I guess, for movie stars. Where I don't know how all that stuff works, but I guess they have agents, right? And so Jason sent me a picture of this woman, and I said, I've never seen her before. And he goes, yeah, no one has. This talent agency has generated an AI woman, and she is now in clips, and they are starting to use her in some commercials and things. That's getting a little bit too far, in my opinion. And so now the whoever's over all these actors, the screenwriter, I don't know what they are, you know, but they're totally against this because they say that it's hurting real talent now. So when we were talking
So
about,
when regular hardworking people are losing their job to AI, it's okay, and
Yeah.
you just keep moving forward. But when an actor starts losing his multi-million-dollar a year gig, now let's throw up a flag.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
yeah, that's what's starting to happen. We're starting.
The older I get, the crankier I get, and it's just we are the reason.
Hey, I know here lately, we kind of bounce for ideas to talk about, but you always stir them up, and that's why I love our Fridays. It's one of my favorite days to do the show. And you said something about cranky.
We need a reset. Is what it is.
Well,
we need to turn the world off, turn it back on.
we need to, man. Well, you said something.
Take the battery out or something, pop it back in.
You said something that was funny. You said something about a. You can grab it. Yeah, I know you may need to grab that.
Yeah, if he calls back, I'll
Okay.
grab it again.
You said something that I do want to chat about this morning. This is a good discussion, okay? This is a good, what I like to think of as a good old school Billy Cauthen type discussion that we need to have. Crankiness, all right? Mm-hmm. I'm starting to catch myself more and more, and maybe we've mentioned this before, but I'm starting to catch myself more and more now yelling at people when they're flying through the neighborhood. And the problem with me doing that, Billy, is I'm on this cul-de-sac kind of road. So the people that are flying through the neighborhood, they're not just random people driving through.
They're your neighbors.
They're my neighbors.
Yeah, I get that because I'm almost to the dead end of our street, and we got some people that haul through there. I guess what irritates me the worst is people that don't respect other people's time or talent or given time slot for something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Kind of like it's my time right now. Don't,
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
Don't be in here because it's my time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that.
We've had it, man. Well, hey, there is quite a bit of really cool things happening around our community. I wanted to give a shout-out. Do you know Rodney and Christine Mitchell? They have a ministry.
The Packed and Ready Ministries.
Yeah, great folks. They're having a garage sale this morning, and I wanted to encourage people, go and support that. We've had them on. I don't know if have they been on a morning where you've been
They
here?
have, yeah.
They're just tremendous people in our community. And Christine and Rodney have been on the show a couple of times. And I always thought that they went to Uganda. Well, they've got something going on this weekend where now they're supporting some things in El Salvador as well. And so there's a sale going on, and they do these garage sales from time to time to support these folks from all over. But this is happening right now, just got underway, and it's for El Salvador missions. And we put that up, and I wanted to mention that just because, we try to promote and highlight good people on this show. And when I think of good people that are just going above and beyond, I think of folks like Rodney and Christine who, Billy, you think of just like the things that you do, man. You do it out of you're working, you're trying to support your family, but you go the extra mile for people because you care about them. Mm-hmm. That's why you're in the industry that you're in. That's not being in the funeral business isn't something you wake up every day and say, man, I'm ready to get after it today. I can't wait to see what comes my way. I would assume, right? I mean, I don't want to talk out of my ear, but I know that you're passionate about serving the families, but it's something that, you don't wish anything on anybody because it's not what you want to do, but you're passionate about serving people. And I thought a lot about that, about Rodney and Christine and just their heart for people. And it reminded me of you about how you get up and serve people. And, as you're sitting here this morning, I know you were going through your phone and people were messaging you and you got all these connections to people reaching out and needing things. And it's not an easy day just to wake up every day and say, hey, I've got to get after it and do this. But you do it, man. Mm-hmm. So, and, and I've mentioned here before several times too, folks like Jason, who's came on board and helped out. I mean, I'll ask you, I want to talk about the industry a little bit. How do you find, do people come to y'all in the industry, or are y'all actively out looking for people? Like, for instance, my neighbor David Cox, who comes and helps y'all. Are y'all reaching out, or do these folks come in and do they ever ask you, like, what can I do? How can I serve?
Well, what I do at my firm, my whole firm, it's a ministry. It's something we're called to do. I mean, we're not like we're running a ad in the Huntsville item under the help wanted section. Normally these people come in and they'll just flat out tell you, that something led them there, or they've always wanted to do this, and it's not something we're out, putting flyers on telephone poles or whatever. It's normally, your heart or God or something has led you to come into this industry. So.
Well, it's I know you had reached out, a while back, and I'll be transparent. It's not, when you're in an area, it's kind of, I still consider Huntsville rural. Would you say it's still rural in some ways? I mean, it's grown a lot, but what are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's a whole other rabbit hole we could fall down right there.
But it still has a look. You know what I'm saying? It's still you're kind of still separated from the Houston. Like when I was in Georgetown. Here's what I'm getting at. When I was in Georgetown, you felt like you were Austin.
Yeah.
Here you don't. Here in Huntsville, you don't feel like you're Houston.
Correct.
Now you start to feel some of the Conroe influence of that.
You're Conroe number 2.
But you know, one thing that I've thought a lot about as communities grow is how do you kind of keep that hometown atmosphere? How do you keep those things going? And I think it's just the people who make it up. And, you know, that's why I always like to highlight that and highlight what y'all do because, you know, I know y'all have had several different slogans over the years, and one of them we show here every once in a while is hometown traditions, hometown values. And, you know, you think about that word, hometown. And when I think about places, Billy, and someone being in a hometown, I think of you. I really do. I'm not just making this up because you're sitting next to me and I'm, you know, your friend and trying to say, hey, man, I support you on this, but I mean this. You were Huntsville through and through.
I was born and raised here. I think I'm the only funeral director that can claim that. So.
Yeah, and you're passionate about this community. You know, you served as the president of the Booster Club. I never did talk to you much about that. What was that role like, man?
What was that role like?
Yeah.
That was me doing what them ladies told me to do. Nobody wanted to talk on the radio show, so that's kind of how I got that job. And, they I was just a yes man is what I was for them. And God, they treated me good, and we had a just top-notch booster program. And so, yeah, everything went real smooth.
I know you were doing that, and then while you were in the middle of doing that, you were still on the, I always forget the name. You get on to me about this. It wasn't the blow-up crew. What was that thing called?
Oh, they called it the tunnel crew.
I always called it
well, they used to get on to me because I called it the inflatable crew.
Okay. So, you know, and now you still have your 2 children that are going through HISD. Is it is it different now, you know, with your 2 girls versus your son being in the school? Is there any difference? I mean, because obviously they're not going to go play football or anything, but
yeah,
have you felt
because God, Lily would kill them.
No. Have you felt? I guess what I'm asking is, have you felt any type of a disconnect now that you know your son is?
Yeah, because I'm not standing down there on the field. So
yeah,
there's that.
Do y'all still get to get out though and go to the games and those kind of things?
Oh yeah, I got reserved seats now. I don't have to be down there squatting on an ice chest or something.
With the seat backs or whatever.
Yeah,
those nice ones.
Yeah. Which again, I've turned into a cranky old man. So if that ain't your seat, don't sit there. Be running people off, not even in my seat.
We were talking about this yesterday, and I wanted to ask you. It's funny how sometimes we'll talk about things on Thursday, and they start popping into my head as you and I sit and have a casual conversation. And Jason was talking about stadium etiquette, and they don't get to go out a lot. I mean, they've got 10 kids, and it's hard for them obviously to get out. I mean, that can get expensive quick. But they go to the A&M games. He's an alumni there, and three of his kids are going there now, which is crazy to think about how that's not cheap. So that's their thing that they do as a family. When working in ministry, just like you in a funeral home. I mean, funeral business is a ministry. Let's be honest.
It is.
And if you don't treat it as a ministry, I don't think you're going to be successful. That's just,
if you treat it as a job, you're already on your way out.
Well, he was saying the only thing that they really get to do as a family is go to those A&M games. So he buys tickets, but he said that the alumni section of those seats have been it's generational. It's kind of like generational wealth, but it's generational tickets. You can't get into the alumni section.
Well, and don't get me wrong. I mean, congratulations. Those people are they're fans. They are for real fans. Like, James is going to the firefighting school over there, and there are RV parks all around that school. I mean, you can't throw a rock and not hit one. But we weren't able to get into them because they rent those things 6 months out of the year to the people that are going to those football games. And he's going to school right now during football season. So he's having to drive like 30 minutes from the north side of Bryan to get to school every morning because that's the closest RV park we could find.
Wow. So he's living there, though.
He's living there, yeah. He comes home just long enough to get gone.
Well, Jason was saying, we were talking about stadium etiquette, and he was saying, because they can't get into that alumni section because they're generational, they had to get seats up on the third deck that were way out of the way. But, you still get to go. But he was talking about just how rowdy some of the fans get, and and he said there was this one lady that was just going nuts all the time, and he's like, whatever, we just like to go and enjoy it. But he made a funny comment. He was saying, they give you 16, and those are bench seats, by the way. So when you were talking about your nice seats at Huntsville Stadium, they give you these bench. Do we have bench seating at the new stadium?
Yes.
Okay. So you know what I'm saying, though, the bench seating.
The aluminum bleacher seat.
Well, they give you, what is 16 inches? Maybe that?
Yeah.
Now, if you take that right there and try to put it on me, it ain't going to fit. And so he was saying that you pay, and you got your number on that seat. That's your number. He said, but when you start to look down and after everybody starts coming, all of a sudden your number's way over here, and the guy on the end is sitting in the aisle because he doesn't have a seat anymore. And so I'm just sitting there. 16 inches isn't much.
You definitely want to be in the middle. That way you at least have something to sit on.
Well, it's good, man. There is a lot of great things about Huntsville. Billy, you're a big part of it and what y'all do at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. And I want to encourage people this morning. I know we mentioned this, and it may sound redundant, but you know what? Sometimes redundancy is the key to get people to think about things. And I don't even know if I want to say this, man, but I'm going to say it. I had a terrible dream, and I never, very rarely, do you remember your dreams quite a bit or not? It's weird because, right when you wake up, you kind of remember, and then all of a sudden it's gone. Mm-hmm. This one stuck with me, and it was a dream about
why would that lady park there and take up that valuable restaurant spot and walk across the street?
Oh, just right over here.
Yeah.
This is cranky. We need to put this on a list.
Get out there and yell at somebody.
Y'all
better look out when I retire, because the Huntsville Police Department's going to hire me full time.
Hey, they need you, man. But I was thinking about this though. I lost my dad over a year ago, and I had the most terrible dream last night that someone else in my family had passed away. And man, I don't know. I woke up. You ever had a dream like that? One of those weird that you wake up and you just feel uneasy.
Yeah, almost like you need to call and check on somebody.
Man, and I woke up from that dream at like 3 a.m. this morning, and honestly, Billy, I couldn't go back to sleep. I mean, I was up half the night, and I knew everything was fine, but it just worried me sick, that I had that. And then again, I'm not saying it because you're sitting here, but then again, I'm not saying everything in my mind pops up with you, but it did. It popped up to you, and I said, well, I guess if that ever happened, I know who to call, It wasn't anyone in my immediate family, but I don't know, man. It was just a weird dream. But it also reminded me to be grateful for the people that I have in my life, and that's why I brought this up. Because so many times what do we tell ourselves? Well, I wish I would have. You hear this from all the people. You hear this from all the people that come in probably. I wish I would have talked to them more.
There's always that I wish I would have.
That's a really common phrase in that industry. And, I think about that, and it prompted me this morning that I need to do a better job reaching out to some of my family. And so that's what I took away from that this morning. And so I put all that together for this reason, Billy, to remind folks that you hear Billy and I talk about this pre-planning all the time on the show. We talk about why it's so important to get that pre-planning done. We don't ever want you to get into a situation to where now you've lost that person in your family, and then you say, I wish I would have got that done, because that's where all the tension and all that kind of stuff happens. So go get it filled out, the pre-planning, and if you download the app, super easy. We even have a link that goes right to it online. And I'm assuming when people fill that online, does that email to y'all? Is that how that works?
Yes. We get an email notification, and we print that out, start a folder with your name in it. There's a spot in there to where if you wish to be contacted or not. If you don't want to be contacted, it goes in that file folder. It goes in a locked file cabinet in the director's office, and no one has access to it but, the 3 directors. So,
gotcha. Well, y'all go do that. Do that today. Don't, this is one of those, I wish I would have listened to Rob and Billy. I wish I would have listened to them. They've been telling me for 20 weeks straight. How many weeks straight now? We're 3 years into this, Billy. 52 times 3, whatever that is.
Yes, a lot.
That's a lot of times to tell you, come in and do it. Well, we're going to take one final break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up. We'll talk about a few more things happening here in our community. And I may make a request up there at the front for something in front of us. You know what I'm talking about. We'll take a brief break. Stay with us as we continue on. As always, we're here with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home live from the Cafe TEXAN. Come out and visit this morning, get a breakfast, and let's continue to celebrate and promote all things good here in Huntsville. We'll take a break. We'll wrap it up when we come back. Stay with us. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
Spirit Radio.
All right, friends, back at it as we continue on. About to wrap up here in a few moments. The Billy Cauthen. There's no other Billy Cauthen. We're going to get that domain registered. Hey, let me ask you a quick one. I know you got to get rolling, Billy, but I'm just going to throw this one out at you real quick. This could go any way. I'm kind of nervous to ask this. If we registered billycauthen.com, what would be on it?
I don't know. Probably. Remember when they used to do a website? There would be like the little guy with the shovel, and it would say like, under construction or whatever.
Yeah,
that's probably all it would ever have. Under construction.
Maybe there could be something that I'll do for you as a friend. Since we couldn't do the balloon drop or the confettis, maybe we'll surprise you with your own domain. I don't know. Well, hey, man, you mentioned something earlier. Bill Doggett joining us, too. Bill just set up an account with the new app, so we appreciate that, Bill. He's, of course, our County Commissioner, Precinct 3. Bill's a good man. I think the world of Bill and the work that he does. But it spurred something, and there's something going on in the county right now that we need to be on the lookout for.
Oh, I can address that. For the love of God and everything holy, clean your ears and listen to what I'm about to tell you. There is a burn ban in Walker County. And what that means is you can't burn in Walker County. Don't think that you're going to do it at night and nobody will see. Because that seems to be the growing trend right now. Hey, we'll burn that trash pile at night. They'll never know because you can't see smoke at night. Yeah, but you can damn sure see the flame. So
You can probably see it more at night.
God, that's why people light fires, people.
Oh,
Quit burning. Stop.
Speaking, look.
Yeah, there's
there
Bill Doggett
There
now.
he is, Brother Doggett, walking in right.
So-
we just gave him a shout out, you know. So.
You know, your poor little fire departments are taxed, man. But quit. Stop. Just save up your burn pile. Save it until this mess is over.
Yeah, sponsored that. Sponsored
Hey, you know what?
by-
And if you're to that point in life that you got to burn your trash, just go throw it in somebody's dumpster. They are not going to do anything to you.
Did y'all ever do that? Did you ever have a burning
We
trash
did
thing?
have a burn barrel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And that lasted for a hot minute. We realized it's cheaper just to put those things in your trunk of your car and take them to town and just dump them. Just put them in a dumpster, an honest to God trash receptacle.
You know, when you're a kid, and I'll end with this. And you probably have a story maybe related to something like this too, Billy. But you know, when you're a kid, you do things that you don't
Like pouring gas on a lit burn barrel.
Yes, and you don't understand that things are not good. And one of my favorite things to do when I was a child was burn. I can't think of the. Man, I'm a moron. The doggone it, styrofoam. I love burning styrofoam, man, because that stuff would drip black. And and it would just keep dripping and keep dripping and keep dripping. But I burned quite a bit of styrofoam growing
That
up.
scar right there is from. I had a little fort clubhouse thing, and we had stapled some plastic sheeting up, and then we had ripped it down, and some of it was left. And I took a lighter, and I lit it, and then that melted plastic dropped on my finger, and it just burnt a hole in my finger.
Oh, man. Well, I know you got to get rolling, brother. Thank you for hanging out, man. Billy, I really do enjoy our Friday. I know sometimes, man, it's tough, and I'm going to do a better job. You know, I keep talking about this, but my wife and I are working on a lot of logistical things, too. We're trying to get into a routine, and it's, you know, you just got to get into it. Well, you can't just get into it. You got to slide into it. We've slowly been sliding into a routine.
It might be time to get Brayden a driver's license.
Yeah,
something.
I'm thinking about it. You know, hardship at 4.
Yeah.
They'll give her a Power Wheels, and she can get to school.
Load her brother up, head on.
Yeah, it was a good morning this morning, but you know, it's all is well, man. And I want to encourage people. You know, I always try to lift people up and encourage people, especially on the end of the week. It is a faithful Friday, and you may be going through something tough today. You know, I was talking to a young man, and he's from another country. And the things that they face in that country, he was telling me, and he wasn't even making a big deal. It was just casual to him. But the things that they face there, we'll never have to face those kind of things here. At least I hope to goodness we don't. And so this morning, you know what? You may be going through a storm. You may be going through maybe one of the hardest parts of your life. But just tell yourself, and it's hard to, but tell yourself that all is well. Because if you think about it, and I have to think about this, and Billy, you do too, man. You know, I know that you think about this. I look up to you as a father. I've told you this on the show. The way you interact with your wife and your children has made me a better person. It's made me want to be a better husband and a better father. And we got so much to be thankful for as dads. Mm-hmm. We have our children and our wives who, for whatever reason, I know for goodness mine, puts up with me through thick and thin. And she's been there with me, and I've got to be reminded of that, especially on days when you wake up and you just say, you know what, man, I'm just not feeling it today. But I want you to feel it this morning. Just think about your friends and your family and those that you got close to you, and that's what's going to carry you through. Now, secondly, trusting in the Lord is going to be the most important thing that will carry you through. So, and you can go find out about that through Reverend Jeff Powers on Sunday.
You sure can.
So, well, hey, that'll wrap it up. We appreciate you being here. Billy, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I know you got a lot going on today. If you see Billy around town, go up and tell him you appreciate him. And better yet, go by the funeral home. Get that pre-planning done. They're here supporting this program. They've been with us for nearly 3 years now, and we wouldn't continue to be able to promote and celebrate the good if it wasn't for Billy and the hard work that he puts in and all the staff over there at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. That'll wrap it up.
Samuel Walker Houston Funeral Home.
Elementary, funeral, restaurant.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, so I think he'll be here today.
All right,
Yeah,
tell him I said hey.
I'll tell him to stop by Samuel Walker Houston Elementary Funeral Home after the thing's over. If y'all don't know what that is, that's the $100 a month. It's a really entertaining segment. Backstory.
It's Hello Huntsville before dawn.
Yeah, before dawn. We don't want to after dark. That's a little too risque, so we'll have the before dawn. It's a little bit better. Hey, we'll see you back at it. We'll be here throughout the day, too, with Safe House, so make sure you continue to drop in. And then also back at it on Mondays. We continue promoting and celebrating the good. Come out to Cafe Texan, have breakfast, support more local business, and let's make Huntsville a better place. As Bill Dog always says, let's do each day, make it a little bit better. Mm-hmm. As I end every broadcast, reminding you this morning, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please, provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. And, hey, man, we got to get back to the restaurant report when things settle down, too. I miss that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, or the lunch bunch, because we can't really report on the way we want to report.
Yeah, and after this surgery, I don't know. 'Cause I'm so severely left-handed, might be eating at Smoothie King or something.
We'll come feed you, all right? We'll feed you. All right, friends, we'll see you. Have a great weekend, and so long. Thank you, Billy. We'll see you, man.
See y'all.